Welcome to War Bios, the podcast where we delve into the complexities of military history's most pivotal conflicts. I'm your host, General Biography, and today we're going to explore one of the American Revolutionary War's most intriguing battles, the Battle of Germantown. This clash of arms, fought on October 7, 1777, was a defining moment in the war, showcasing the strategic cunning and tactical prowess of both British and Continental forces. As we set the stage for this epic battle, let's journey back to the summer of 1777, when British General William Howe, determined to capture Philadelphia, the capital of the American colonies, began his campaign. With a seasoned army at his disposal, Howe sailed from New York Harbor on July 23, 1777, and landed his forces at Elkton, Maryland, on August 25, 1777. From there, he marched his troops towards Philadelphia, intent on securing the city and crushing the Continental Army. The Continental Army, led by General George Washington, had been monitoring British movements closely. On September 9, 1777, Washington's army took up positions near Chadds Ford, Pennsylvania, preparing to face the British forces. The two armies clashed on September 11, 1777, at the Battle of Brandywine, resulting in a decisive British victory. The Continental Army suffered heavy casualties, with over 1,000 soldiers killed or wounded, and Washington was forced to retreat, leaving Philadelphia vulnerable to British occupation. In the aftermath of Brandywine, Washington regrouped his forces and began to formulate a new plan. He would launch a surprise attack on the British positions in Germantown, hoping to catch them off guard and gain a decisive victory. The stage was set for a pivotal battle that would determine the fate of Philadelphia and potentially shift the balance of power in the war. The town of Germantown itself was a charming colonial village nestled along the banks of the Wissahickon Creek. With its rolling hills, wooded areas, and scattered stone houses, it presented a unique challenge for both armies. The British had established a strong defensive position, with troops deployed in and around the town, while Washington's army would have to navigate the treacherous terrain to launch their attack. As we've seen, the events leading up to the Battle of Germantown were marked by a delicate dance of strategy and tactics. The battle itself would prove to be a microcosm of the war as a whole, a clash of wills, a test of endurance, and a showcase for the evolving art of warfare in North America. Now that we've explored the origins and precursors to the Battle of Germantown, it's time to dive into the heart of the battle itself. The stage was set for a clash that would determine the fate of Philadelphia and potentially shift the balance of power in the war. Washington's plan, born out of necessity and strategic cunning, aimed to catch the British off guard and exploit the treacherous terrain to his advantage. The Continental Army, numbering around 11,000 troops, was divided into 4 columns, each tasked with converging on Germantown from different angles. As the sun rose over the rolling hills and wooded areas surrounding Germantown, the Continental Army began its advance. The British forces, led by General William Howe, were largely unaware of the impending attack, and their defensive positions were still in the process of being established. The Americans, however, faced numerous challenges as they navigated the unfamiliar terrain, with its narrow roads, dense forests, and scattered stone houses. Despite these obstacles, Washington's troops pressed on, driven by a sense of determination and duty. The heroic actions of individual soldiers, such as the bravery displayed by Lieutenant Colonel William Smith, who led a contingent of troops in a daring charge against British positions, would become etched in the annals of history. As one eyewitness recounted, the American troops fought with a ferocity and tenacity that belied their lack of experience, and for a moment, it seemed as though the tide of battle might turn in their favor. As the battle raged on, the British forces began to regroup and counterattack. The Continental Army, however, refused to yield, and the fighting continued with unrelenting intensity. The clash of musketry, the scent of gunpowder, and the cries of the wounded filled the air, creating a chaotic and terrifying landscape. Despite their valiant efforts, the Continental Army ultimately succumbed to the British counterattack, and Washington was forced to retreat, leaving behind over 600 killed or wounded soldiers. The British had won a decisive victory, but at great cost, with over 500 casualties of their own. As we reflect on the Battle of Germantown, we're reminded that this pivotal engagement was more than just a military confrontation. It was a testament to the enduring spirit of the American people and the evolving art of warfare in North America. The bravery, sacrifice, and strategic cunning displayed by both sides would have far-reaching consequences, shaping the course of the war and the future of the young nation. In the months following the battle, Washington's Continental Army regrouped and reassessed their strategy. Despite the setback, they remained determined to liberate Philadelphia from British control. The city would eventually be evacuated by the British in June 1778, marking a significant turning point in the war. The Battle of Germantown, although a defeat for the Americans, had demonstrated their ability to challenge British forces and adapt to new tactics. The battle also had a profound impact on the British military. General William Howe's decision to defend Germantown rather than retreating to more secure positions was widely criticized by his contemporaries. The heavy casualties suffered by both sides led to increased scrutiny of British tactics and a growing recognition of the need for more innovative strategies. In the years following the battle, the site of the Battle of Germantown would become a focal point for American patriotism. The Clevedon Mansion, which had been at the center of the fighting, was converted into a museum, serving as a testament to the bravery and sacrifice of the soldiers who fought there. Today, the site is part of the National Park Service's Germantown Historic District, attracting visitors from across the country. The legacy of the Battle of Germantown extends beyond the battlefield itself. The engagement marked an important milestone in the development of American military tactics, as Washington's army began to adopt more flexible and adaptive strategies. The battle also highlighted the importance of terrain and logistics in warfare, lessons that would be applied by American commanders throughout the remainder of the war. As we reflect on the Battle of Germantown, we're reminded that this pivotal engagement was more than just a military confrontation. It was a testament to the evolving art of warfare in North America. The bravery, sacrifice, and strategic cunning displayed by both sides would have far-reaching consequences, shaping the course of the war and the future of the young nation. In conclusion, the Battle of Germantown was a pivotal moment in American history, marking a significant turning point in the Revolutionary War. Although the battle itself was a defeat for the Americans, it demonstrated their ability to challenge British forces and adapt to new tactics. The legacy of the battle continues to be felt today, serving as a reminder of the importance of strategic thinking, bravery, and sacrifice in the pursuit of freedom and independence. That's all for today's War Bios. Remember to like, share, and subscribe, and until next time, I'm General Biography reminding you to keep marching toward victory.